Coolio.
Do you want to be wearing the headphones?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm a rapper.
And a DJ?
Oh yeah. I'm not a rapper, I'm a DJ. Thanks for...
Professional beatboxer.
Well guys, I appreciate you tuning in. We just finished the shoot and we're gonna close this up pretty quickly. We don't get a lot of time with Jason because he's off to his next appointment, and we've got to wrap things up here. But why don't you tell everybody who you are real quick, and then I've got a couple questions for you.
Yeah, my name is Jason Tolan. As Devin mentioned, I'm a professional hypnotherapist, and I help people create all kinds of change in their lives, all sorts of areas of life, but areas that certainly include relationships, getting over relationships, starting new relationships, and how to connect with people in all kinds of environments.
Perfect. And here we're talking about particularly those first impressions. And what do you think is so important, and why do you think it's so important to really be aware of the first impressions that you're making on people?
Well, there's many reasons. First impressions are all around us all the time. First impressions form the beginning of each and every relationship that we have ever had or ever will have.
Yeah.
So when you think about that, first impressions are critical. They're critical to whether it's relationships, business, just making friends. Being able to make positive first impressions makes our lives work better.
Absolutely. And I think what's so awesome about what he brings to the University of Dating in his course is, and what I think is most important, is the awareness. Just working with you to be aware of those first impressions so that your intent is to get what you want out of life. And so, I mean, you're not involving anybody but people that really matters, right? So like on a daily basis, when it comes to dating, when it comes to business, when it comes to any kind of interaction, unless you're a hermit living in your living room and never plan on leaving, everything is about first impressions.
That's right. First impressions are the key to getting any kind of connection off on the right foot in a positive direction. And what's even more, they have long-lasting impacts. So even though the first impression is a very short amount of time, the impact lasts a very long time. So if you do a good job, you are really setting yourself up for success.
That's right. So let's switch gears here real quick. In terms of dating and going out into the world, and obviously the vast majority of people watching this, not everybody, but they're single, right? And what would be your message to women from a man's point of view? What's just your message, not about first impressions, but just like what's one thing you really want women to know about men in general, and something that you found in your practice that maybe there's obstacles standing in their way that they don't quite understand about it? What would you say?
Right, sure. Well, there's many things I would love to tell women about men, but in this short amount of time, one thing is be kind, because men often want to have good intentions. They want to be able to connect. They want to honor you as women. They want to be be a man, whatever that means to them. But just like some other areas of our culture, like we don't learn how to manage money very well in school. We don't get a lot of training in how to be a man, and we don't get a lot of training in how to present this to women. And so a lot of men kind of fumble their way through meeting women, and they fumble their way through communicating, and they may have the best intentions and mean well and have a heart of gold. They just haven't learned yet how to get that out. And the same goes for the receiving end. They might have difficulty receiving. It doesn't mean they're not a wonderful human being and someone that you want to get to know and spend time with. But go easy at the beginning, because they might not already have these skills.
And you don't know how many rejections and how many times that sensitivity wasn't there, and so now they're constantly piling on that ego to overcompensate in terms of those first impressions or any kind of interaction that we might be having with you. So we've got a lot of baggage in terms of, we initially went out with that heart of gold, but that heart of gold seemingly hurt us, and because it seemingly hurt us, we pile on the ego instead of moving the opposite direction, which would be more compassion and sensitivity.
Exactly, and men have all the same emotions and feelings and sensitivities that women do. We may experience them slightly differently, women may process things slightly differently, but men have those feelings inside. Men want to be appreciated and respected and treated well. So, yes, go easy and find that place of compassion.
Yeah.
It goes both ways, but for men and women.
Definitely. And real quick, in like 30 seconds, because I know you got to get out of here, what would you say to men?
To men, I would say, do yourself and the women in your life a favor and learn about yourself, learn about how to interact with women, learn how to speak to them, learn how to listen to them, learn how to let your own feelings come out in a positive way, learn how to be comfortable with yourself. There's no need to try to be someone you're not. There's no need to try to be a tough guy or a smart guy, and there's nothing right or wrong with any of these ways to be. Learn to be comfortable with yourself. Don't be afraid to talk to professionals. They have spent time learning about this already, and they made a choice to give that back to the community and to other men. So you do yourself a favor, and you do women a favor when you learn how to communicate, how to be in touch with yourself, and how to present the best version of yourself out into the world.
It's a huge point. Well, I know you're out of here, and I appreciate your time, man. Thank you so much, and make sure you check out his course at the University of Dating. It is a powerful one that will lead to not only helping you in dating, but helping you in all areas of life that have to do with those first impressions. So I appreciate you, and we'll see you in the next video.